Hey, today we are going to create our pop-up hands project. You're going to get a square piece of paper. You're going to carefully fold it in half twice so you have 4 smaller squares. Make a nice crease. Unfold it. Fold it the other way. I usually line up my corners and then I push down and then I start in the middle and kind of spread it out toward the sides. After you've done that, make sure you write your name and your teacher's name on the back. Now on this part, I'm going to kind of smooth it down. I'm going to draw a straight line to divide up my squares. I'm just slowly drawing my line on my creases, as straight as you can. If it's not perfect, that's okay, but if you go slowly, usually you get it pretty straight. After you've drawn your line, you're going to trace your hand 4 times. So I'm going to put my hand here in the middle, and mine's kind of big. Yours will probably fit in the square. Keep your pencil straight up and down. That's a really good way to trace. Just guide your pencil right along your fingers, and again, go slowly. As you're doing this, you're keeping your hands still, your paper still. You're just going to trace the same hand 4 times. Okay, so that's once, and if I missed a place, I'll just connect it with my fingers. After you've done that 3 more times, you're going to use oil pastels to outline all of your lines. And I've done one a little bit right here. You can see I've kind of started outlining. I outlined my line that went between my paper squares, and now I'm taking my oil pastels and I'm outlining the pencil lines. I'm going kind of slowly, and I'm using lots of different colors. These need to be nice and bright. We talked about pop art and the pop artists and how they use lots of colors, and they repeated the same shapes over and over and over again. So when you're using these oil pastels, you can use more than one color. If I want to use this green color, I kind of like this, it's kind of like a lime green, but maybe I want to go over it with some blue. Blue and green usually looks kind of interesting. So I'm just going to take a blue, like a teal blue, kind of go over that lime green a little bit. I'm not going fast. That way I know I get all my pencil line covered up. And once I have all of that colored in, next week we're going to actually paint these. And this one I've painted a little bit so you can see how it's going to look. But I want you guys not to color these in today. We're just outlining, and I'm going to use a little bit of orange with my red. Kind of make that look really interesting. And I'm going to continue to trace these until all of my pencil lines are covered up, and then my lines in between my papers are covered up. I'm going to use a little bit more red. I think I need some yellow. I haven't used yellow yet. This is kind of a gold. That looks kind of nice. You can see my lines are pretty thick on my paper. You can't see all the pencil lines. I've gotten all of them covered up. Again, remember, this one's been painted in. This is what it should look like at the end of class today. And then next week we're going to paint them.